Jack Eichel.
Jack
Eichel. I'm curious about him, and I wonder. The Rangers have a Jack Eichel-sized contract in dead money on the books right now, with the Lundqvist thing and who else did they buy out? Kevin Shattenkirk, Dan Girardi, and there was one more, and I think they retained on Mark Stahl or something like that. It's like $12 million.
Brad Richards? Oh, Ryan Spooner.
Ryan Spooner. Oh my God, Ryan Spooner.
That's $300K though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's negligible.
Yeah.
But still.
It's less than a league. It's less than a quarter of a league min contract.
Something like
Guys, I think it's insane for the Rangers to consider. But do you trade Lafreniere for Jack Eichel? Or do you keep Lafreniere and go, this is where our value is?
I don't remember who it was, but some person online was like, no, you absolutely do that. You trade Lafreniere for Eichel.
Yeah, because the best case scenario is he turns into Eichel. That's the best case.
No, but he's being paid $925,000 for the next 3 years.
Well, there's that. Yes.
Jack Eichel's going to make what, 9, 10? How much does he make right now?
Okay, but that might mean that Chris Kreider is up, and the Leafs can go get Chris Kreider, who they need to get.
It's always about the Leafs. Yes, I love it.
I want Chris Kreider to come on the block so the Leafs can get Chris Kreider. I'm a Chris Kreider guy.
Since it was 10 years ago, there's been a lot of Taylor versus Tyler talk.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor Hall, who went first overall in 2010 versus Tyler Seguin. Seguin's numbers are not only better, but the argument at the time was how close they were, and the tiebreaker should be Seguin's a center.
Yeah.
Seguin's a center. Taylor Hall is a winger. So to me, is Lafreniere's ceiling higher than Eichel's? I'd argue no, even if he scores more.
Yeah.
Eichel's down the middle, man.
To be fair to Buffalo, if you're Kevin Adams, and yes, you want to build around Jack Eichel and that sort of thing, you don't win the Jack Eichel trade, although Lafreniere's not bad. I look at it like your timeline for what it's going to take for Buffalo to be good is probably 3 or 4 more years. Yeah. They don't have a team. They actually objectively do not have a team under contract.
Jack Eichel is that friend who every time he comes over just complains about his girlfriend. It's like, dude, just
break up with her.
You're done.
Yeah.
You know deep down where your heart is, Jack. Like what you're giving the Sabres an ultimatum? The Sabres? That you got to be good this year. Like what's the illusion?
The Sabres need to trade Jack Eichel, but the Rangers are not the team. They can't take on $10 million when they could have a guy who makes under $1 million that can do relatively. You're hoping he's going to turn into the same thing. The numbers don't work out there. I think Jack Eichel will find a spot on a different team for sure. And I think if you're the Sabres, you do that in a heartbeat, but not to New York.
Let me galaxy brain this, and I'm going to get lit up for this. So ready, because the fire truck's coming.
I was about to say something dumb.
Get ready. Get ready.
Let's go.
All right.
What if, because this is going to take, it's going to be a pretty big move. What if you get the Sabres to hold some money in Jack Eichel's deal, and you throw them another pick?
You don't do that if you're the Sabres.
Crazy. 2 firsts. You take Jack Eichel, you take $2.5 million off his deal. So he's a $7.5 million player, or 7.725, whatever. And the Rangers give up this year's first and next year's first.
That'd be the worst trade since Brandon Saad.
This year's first is Lafreniere, right? And that's really good. Next year's first is going to be somewhere in the 20s. But the Sabres need that.
No, but if you're the Rangers, why do you do that?
Why don't you? Because you get Jack Eichel to play with Artemi Panarin. That's why you do that.
God, that's good.
Yeah, but you can't. The money doesn't work. I don't know.
The money will work. You make the money work.
If it's $7 million, then you probably make the money work.
I do agree that if you have a chance to get Jack Eichel, you figure it out.
Yeah, you figure it out.
Eichel is playing with Panarin. He's an MVP candidate every year.
Yeah, I don't give up Lafreniere for that though.
I do. 100%.
I
100% do. Connor McDavid's got his Leon Draisaitl, Panarin, Eichel. Watch out, Broadway. Oh my God. That would be delicious. That is what the league needs. And the Sabres then have the opportunity to actually reset and rebuild again. And they get a pretty good guy to start things around.
It's the wrong timing with Eichel.
They're not going to get better.
I really don't. It's one move isn't going to fix the Sabres.
No, of
I think the sad reality is they kind of need to suck.
Yeah.
They kind of
And it sucks for Buffalo.
Jack
fans.
Eichel prevents the Buffalo Sabres from sucking as bad as they need to.
That's a good point.
There's a chance by next Sunday when we're recording after free agency starts on Friday that Jack Eichel is no longer a Sabre. Like
Pretty good one, I would think.
Those are pretty good odds, right?
Or they sign a ton of guys and
I think the odds are better that he's not on the Sabres anymore.
By the way, for anybody that's going to shit post me after the show, I'm not saying that's the complete deal. I'm just saying that's probably the centerpiece of it. So don't shit post me, you fucking jerks. I'm kidding. But the point is like we're spitballing here. It's not like I have said this and I've heard this from a team source. I haven't. We're trying to be creative here.
No, it's Adam. It's
for God's sakes.
Everyone, what Adam is doing. You ever read a menu? And you go, oh, the Buffalo Ranch Burger or whatever. And then you look at what's on the side. Jack's the burger.
What's on the side?
What's on the side? Alexi's the burger. What's on the side? All right? You read the main first. And then fries or coleslaw. Maybe sweet potato. Then you look at all the rest of it.
What about to LA? Do they want him for the number 2?
I mean, I think they probably do. I think they probably do, but the problem is if you're Jack, first off, LA would be sick. So much fun to live there. But I don't know that, like, LA is still relying on Jonathan Quick to be their goaltender. If I'm Jack Eichel, I feel like LA is a little bit more closer to the Sabres. Like, the Rangers are on the up, right? The Rangers are a good team. They've drafted well. They've done well. And by the way, once this year passes, they're going to have a ton of dead money come off the books. So they're going to be players in free agency next year as well. Huge players.
Jack, you get one life.
Go to New York.
You get one chance
to New York.
It's not an option.
Go to New York.
He's not a UFA.
Now, so Jack can ask to be traded. He cannot ask to be traded to New York.
Yeah.
Well, he can control it if he opens up his no trade clause.
Or if you're Kevin Adams, you go, too bad I'm keeping you. And then Jack goes, fine, then I'll sit out. And then if you're Kevin Adams, you go, fine, we'll just be bad. That's what we want anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Adams steers the bus here.
No, Kevin Adams steers the bus, but Kevin Adams does not want to look bad because the Pagulas already look bad. And if the press gets worse on this one, I'm serious. Public pressure matters here. Don't underestimate it.
How could the Sabres look worse?
Mad market.
Yeah, I think the fans will turn on Eichel. Not if Eichel's like, I want out and I want to go.
I don't think so.
Team. Yeah.
I don't think so.
At that point, they turn on him.
How could they be mad at him?
The players who hold out?
Yeah.
We're Sabres fans want out. Sabres fans want a different team. Sabres fans want to leave too. They just can't.
Yeah, no, but they're not going to side with the guy who wants to leave.
I would. I'd be like, get out of here. I love you. Thank you.
Adam, you're wrong all the time, so.
I'm always wrong.
It's
true. You're right.
No, man. It's different situation, but look what happened to Vince Carter here. William Nylander sat out, and there's a chunk of the fan base.
Vince Carter was being a dick.
What does this have to do with Vince Carter?
Okay, I'm talking about guys who are like,
okay, look at it like the
Raptors sucked.
No, they didn't. They were a playoff team.
They kind of sucked.
Playoff.
They were a playoff team, and they just drafted Chris Bosh.
They never made it out of a second round.
They were still in the playoffs. They were still in the playoffs.
Standard.
Wow,
man.
the bar.
The standard.
Well, it was for the time.
Oh, they're good.
Marner has lost a segment of this fan base forever. And he didn't miss a game. He didn't miss a single game.
Yeah, guys. But when the Leafs fucking blew chunks and Phil Kessel was their only good player, the rational Leafs fans were pumped when he went to Pittsburgh and won a cup and shoved it in all these guys' faces, and me included. You would look at it like that. Please do not compare Mitch Marner, who's got 4 great fucking hockey players to play with all the time, and there's no excuse for him to not be good. Jack Eichel, who has been good despite not having pretty much anybody to play with. Jack Eichel is the Buffalo Sabres right now, and if he wanted to leave, I bet you 99.9% of Sabres fans go, great, us too. Can we leave with you? I'd love to cheer for New York, the other New York team.
Maybe it's
other New York team.
Yeah, if he wants to leave, yes, that's a good thing. Then you get all the assets back and everything. It's a different conversation if he says, I want to leave and I only want to go to New York, so sell me at 10 cents on the dollar because I want to be a Ranger.
Lafreniere
that's a different conversation.
And Lafreniere is coming back, by the way. The other thing I would say, Jesse, to that is if you're Jack Eichel, there's how many people in Buffalo versus how many people in New York? I think the New York Ranger fans will out-cheer the boos that you'll get from the Sabres fans.
No, I'm saying if you're Kevin Adams, it's not happening. You're never making it there at that price.
I think you will.
If you're Kevin Adams, you do what Terry Pegula says.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, by all intents and purposes, that's why he's there.
Now, is it because my understanding is that it's Kim Pegula that has more of the day-to-day responsibility, or is that just with the Bills?
Same family, man.
Yeah, true.
same family.
On Tuesday, the Rangers are selecting Lafreniere. I think that's it.
I want it to be Jack Eichel in New York, and I will buy a damn jersey.
But
New York will be my second team. I will be so freaking jacked to watch Rangers games. Oh, I'm flying to New York when the pandemic's over. I'm going to go see my boy Jack Eichel kick ass.
They are fun to follow.
Oh,
fun to follow.